Hey everyone, just want to give you an update on what's going on with my father. He is still in the hospital. I know it's been at least been uh, 7 days as of when I posted last, but basically, he went on dialysis, the long form version of it, and had been very receptive to it. They started on him on the shorter treatments, and that's been working out very well. The problem that we're facing right now is that the dialysis, the line that's in his neck, needs to be reseated because for some reason it's not working. The last time they tried to do it, as of today, um, the cellulitis in his leg has cleared up tremendously. The swelling in his leg has gone down as well. Um, they've been doing physical therapy for him, having him sit up, have him get off the bed, walk over to a chair with a cane or the crutch, and then walker, and then have him sit down, get back up, and do these things. It takes a lot out of him. It's really hard to do because it really this really knocked him on his butt. Let's see, sepsis is gone. The He's still getting winded when he coughs. Luckily, his blood pressure hasn't been affected by that as well, which is a good thing. It's still going to be a process. He's going to be in the hospital for 4 to 5 days. At that point, we're going to have him go to my sister's house so she can help uh, with getting him to the treatments he needs, going to see his doctors and everything while I'm here back in Houston. We'll be back up there next weekend. Uh, let's see what else. He is up and talking. He had been really tired. Once they took the oxygen off and he can breathe on his own, and of course, when they had to work on him to get his heartbeat to beat regularly and normally, they had to break his ribs because that's one of the side effects of when they have to do CPR to get you going in the hospital, which is another thing that he has to worry about. But it's nothing they can do. You just have to let it heal on its own. It's been great hearing his voice, getting to talk to him. I know we were scared the other day. I think uh, on what was it, Thursday. Basically, we kind of got more information on what was going on and what happened to him. So when he coded, he wasn't gone for 11 minutes like we were told, um, which scared the hell out of us. But the good news was that what it was is basically was that his heart became irregular, then it would stop, then it would start beating again. So they worked on him for 11 minutes to get his heartbeat to beat normally, and so that's a total different thing than him being completely flatlined for 11 minutes. And we were scared that that would cause any kind of brain damage or any kind of problems with his organs, but that wasn't the case. Because we were kind of scared that, you know, not when I would talk to him, but when my wife and my sister were talking to him, he was having some trouble remembering things, and we were concerned about his short-term working memory versus, maybe being a side effect of just the shock of what was going on. Because I know when everything was kind of told to my dad what happened and what's going to be going on, it was a big shock to him. And so what we found out is that a combination between the dialysis plus the pain medication he's on can create a mental fog. So that happened to be the problem, and luckily that that's something that once he's not in pain and having the combo, it won't be that bad of a deal. But yeah, it was hard sleeping the last the last week, because I was afraid that I'd be getting a call at any moment, and that is the worst thing you can feel in your life is worrying about your parents. And for us coming off of losing our grandmother and we're going right into this was a hard blow for me and my sister. But luckily, everything is panning out really well. He's just going to need a little help. And we're going to be there for him. So, and it all depends on how things go after he gets out, just depending on how we will proceed with what his plans are for where he's going to stay and all that stuff. I know that my uncle would love to have him down here in Houston, so he could be here and help him every day, make sure he can get to his treatments and arrangement. My cousins would love to. He's got a whole family support here in Houston that would be here for him. But same thing with my sister. If he were to move with her, of course he would be closer, but she has her own support group for him. So we're weighing out the options. We're not really sure. I know my Uncle Colin, who's on the podcast with us and everything, he wouldn't mind coming down to move in with my dad at my dad's house to help take care of him and everything, which would be great. So, we wouldn't have to, figure out what we're going to do with the home. My dad can actually stay in his home. And, that's one of the things that, my dad wanted to achieve all of his life, is being able to have his own home. Because, we grew up living in apartments or a trailer at one point, or rental houses that we were trying to buy that just things didn't work out, where we couldn't buy them for whatever reason. And so it was one of the things that his goals he wanted to accomplish was have his own home. So that way he can show his stuff, his display, his figures and things, but also, having the peace of mind, this is his home, and, his family can be there at any moment. And it was one moment he was very, very happy about, and I'd hate to have to take that away. I mean, not like we would take it away, but that situation to be taken away from him. So we're looking at what are the plans. I know that we've been trying to get a hold of the aftercare and some of the patient. My brain's not here as far as what it's all called. The patient advocate stuff for the hospital, as far as what they're going to do after they discharge him. We're hoping we can get him into maybe a rehab center to help him recover a little bit more before he heads over to Embers. But if not, we'll make do. It's good to talk to him. I was telling him about, some of the new figure stuff that's coming out, because, I get my collective habit from him. And I told him I'd look out for the Casey, where you can remove the mask that came out at Walmart, because he wants one. So I'll be looking out for that for him. So it's good to be able to have those conversations with your dad, a message that I'll tell to anybody who's listening to this, cherish the moments you have with your parents. You never know with anything in the world that could take them out, and they're never going to be here. So make sure you're there for them, and that you can, tell them you love them and everything. But Ember's up there tonight. That's I'm recording this Saturday night, and I'll probably upload it for tomorrow. But I know it was hard on Edward. It's been hard on Logan and Alice, not being able to go up there to see him. But he'll be home short enough. But keep him in your prayers, your thoughts, positive energy. It's all good. It all goes to the same place. So, and think about him. The one thing I've learned about all this is that, I'm ready to do whatever I need to do to help my dad. I'd sell my stuff in a heartbeat to make sure that he had what he needed. And I'll do that for my family and my friends as well. But, It's hard. It's a relief that everything's, at least the hard part, the hard hurdle is a little bit over with, and we just got to get through this next part of getting him recovered and changing his diet, and uh, you know, getting him a little more active, so that way, he can build up strength to hopefully bounce back from this, and be on the right track, so he can be here for another 20 years. Be able to watch Edward and Alice and Logan be able to graduate. Um, but thanks for taking the time to check this out. If you do, if you got any messages you want to tell my dad, I'll let him know, and I'll read them to him. Put them in the comments, or when I share this on Facebook for those people who only do Facebook. Check it out and leave the comments there. He's reading them. So, all right, everyone. Hopefully everything goes well. I should have a couple more videos up this week, of maybe the podcast and a couple other things, and I may give another update later on about what's going on. So until then, have a good one and keep your family safe.